let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet unfold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought, a touchdown mind. Out of the box every time. No limits, no change, no walls to climb. We'll be writing the rules in real time. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. No limits, no chains, no walls to climb. We're rewriting the rules in real time. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. Every shot's a story, every cheer's a spark. Under the lights we make our mark. Beyond the scoreboard, beyond the lines. Out of the box, redefining the grind. The grind. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? You already know it is 9:30 prime time. It is the NFC East War Room Season 3. So if you got kids, get them to bed, get your popcorn ready, and let's go for some good old trash talking. My name is Paul Spencer. I am the Cowboys rep. That guy next to me, who's that guy? Who are you?
What's up? I'm Danny, representing the New York Giants. Hopefully we don't have a shitty season this year. So let the shit talking begin. Well, I don't know if I can talk about shit, but whatever. I hope I get through this year.
And Dan, who's next to you over there? Who's next to you there? A familiar face that we have on the network here.
Steve from the Pigskins, from our rival. Playing week
Steve,
1.
talk to us, Steve.
Sunday.
Hey, welcome. Glad to be back. Even though making a guest appearance, even though the Commanders' gridiron is on hiatus for the time being, but always a pleasure to be back with you, gentlemen, to talk some trash amongst the NFC East.
And next to you, Steve, we got Alan here. He's from a Cole County Entertainment, part of our sister squad here. Alan, I don't know what the hell team you represent, but tell us about who you're here with.
Yeah, you know exactly what team I represent. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl 59 champions, MVP Jalen Hurts, EAGLES Eagles. Let's go, Birds. Come on. Let's start the show off right.
Well,
Fry,
Alan,
Eagles, fry.
At least we can get Alan credit here. He can spell Eagles, not like the mayor of Philadelphia, okay? Well, guys, hey, listen, this is it, man. This is a show where 4 hosts, 4 teams, 1 show here. We all get along with each other. The best thing is we respect each other, but jabs will be taken throughout the night. We know that's going to happen. So I hope you got good insurance, because after the show, you might have to go on, get to the hospital. But first and foremost, guys, I want to take a second here to wish one of our members, Tom Kelly, prayers and a speedy recovery. Tom had surgery a couple days ago, and tonight he had a little mishap where he's going back in to the hospital. So let's all think about Tom tonight and make sure he's safe and sound so he can get his ass back here, because I got a lot of shit to talk to him next week, in this show.
Yes,
so,
sir. Yes,
Tom,
sir.
wish you well, brother. Wish you well. Couple comments real quick. Eddie prayed to check in. He says, "What's up, gentlemen?" In that shithead, Danny. Oh,
Yep.
boy. Here we go.
Eddie may not be happy week 2. I hope we're happy week 2.
30 seconds in.
I got a bird for the birds. Oh, he's giving you the bird already. Eddie, shots are taken already. But hey, let's open this up. I mean, Alan, I'll talk with you first. We'll let you have it. You have the floor. You have the pedestal. You guys are Super Bowl champs,
We are.
Talk to us, man. How do you feel about the birds going into this season, brother?
Dude, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the Super Bowl hangover is a thing. Okay, we've all seen it. But I feel pretty damn confident about what the Birds are capable of doing. Jalen is my quarterback. He's my number one guy. So I'll get that out of the way there. I believe in Jalen. If they can continue their their presence as a team and their cohesiveness as a team, I don't I see us in the running. I don't want to say repeating, but I see us in the running again this year.
Wow,
Oh,
I
what a front
respect that. I
runner.
respect that right there. In the running, normally Eagles fan comes there and says SUPERBOWO. We're going back to back. I mean, I respect that, Alan. Really
You
do.
never know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
tough to get back.
dude. And especially in this division, brothers. Okay, because none of us have won it this division back to back in a number of years.
Yeah, going a long
So
time.
to win this division and get that spot in that playoff rank to get yourself to that spot is damn hard in this division. So big ups to all you guys for keep fucking around with us.
Hey, well, every
pretend this year, I
blind
hope
squirrel
so.
finds a nut in this division, right? You
Yes,
never know
sir.
who's going to find the nut. But Steve,
Yes, sir.
listen, hey, get him, Steve, because he knocked you out of the playoffs last year. Steve, get him, Steve.
So let's be honest, right? That and I've said this numerous times on the podcast last year on my show that in all actuality, from where we were at this point in time a year ago in DC, we had absolutely no business being in the NFC Championship game, right?
I agree with that.
At the beginning of the season, training camp, let's
overachieved.
be honest, the picks were the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, maybe dazzle a little bit of Rams in there, right?
Right.
But you got to be honest, we followed the lead of our illustrious rookie quarterback JD5. And it's going to be interesting to see, can he keep going and build off his stellar freshman season, or is he going to have the old sophomore slump, kind of like CJ Stroud did, right, when he came out and lit up the NFL? I think regardless of what people think about each of the NFC East teams, we're all in some way, shape, and form better than we were last year, whether it's personnel, whether it's coaching, whether it's, just a couple pieces here and there. There's tape on JD now. So, is it really going to be as easy as what it was last year? Probably not. We lost some key pieces, picked up a couple pieces here and there. It'll be an interesting run for sure. And just as you guys see with your schedule, our schedules aren't easy by any stretch of the imagination. So trying to repeat that 13-5 from last year is going to be quite a difficult challenge, which we'll probably touch about at some point in time in tonight's show.
Definitely. Well, Dan, I mean, listen, I won't go next. How about you talk about those New York Giants that this came this close to winning division last year, Dan? So talk to me about those New York Giants. I mean, you guys were close, man. You guys were close. I'm telling you.
They were definitely nipping it. They were definitely
nipping it. More like farther than the Andromeda Galaxy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, close my ass. Bullshit. But just for the Giants, it's like a fresh start for them, They've been fucking mediocre at quarterback, wasted Barkley's talent. I hate seeing him at Eagle.
Yeah, thank you for Saquon, by the way.
No thanks. You're not thank you.
Thank you.
I knew he was
one hell of a player.
I knew he's gonna have a monster season about the offensive line. But that's a different story. But we brought Russell Wilson in. We signed Jameis Winston, I think, first.
Mm-hmm.
Brought Wilson in, so that's a night and day difference for us for a quarterback, obviously. Yeah. With someone like Neighbors, now if we can get the protection, that'd be big. But I expect them to be I don't know about a playoff team, but they should be a much better team with someone like Russell Wilson. And they had Javon Holland.
Which Russell Wilson do you guys have?
I don't know.
Because that's the big question.
That's the question.
Russell Wilson has been here, and then he's the guy who didn't hand the ball.
I want him like
in
in between
Super Bowl.
2020 and like last year, like 30
Okay.
touchdowns,
Mm.
4,000 yards, maybe. I don't know if they're going to run their offense that way, but that's the question about Russell Wilson. But it's definitely better than Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah, yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a 180 difference. And I
Okay.
think the big difference for the Giants as an organization, you know, drafting Dart, drafting Carter, you know, that adds some excitement. Getting a Debo, getting Holland. I think Tracy's going to have a good year. So I am more optimistic than usual. But obviously, we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of Russell Wilson we get. We'll see if we get Jackson Dart playing at some point if Russell Wilson stumbles. So, you know, I'm excited for Dart and I'm excited for the Giants, and I'm cautiously optimistic. Hope we
That's
kick
good.
all your asses this year.
Well, I'll
Be
go with
nice
my
for
team here.
once.
I'll go with my team here.
You know what's really interesting is the person to go last out of the four of us is probably going to be where he finishes in the division this year. Just
I agree with that. I agree with that statement right
Oh
there.
my God! Let me get
I
the knife
totally
with my
agree
back
with that.
line. Steve, welcome back. Thanks for the jab, real quick, brother. I appreciate you. I love you like a brother, but thanks for that jab, really
odds
quick.
are it's probably
And,
us, but it might be great. Oh, that'd
God,
be nice.
God.
Oh
Well,
man, and Jerry, we trust.
Well, I'm glad you trust in him because as Cowboy fans, we don't trust because this was the first mistake that happened this year. This one, okay?
I can't believe they traded him. I can't believe
Here's the
it.
thing.
Oh,
Dallas
dude.
Cowboys, it's been 30 years since we've won a Super Bowl. We've had an elite team pretty much every year that we can make it there. Something happens, ownership, what have you, injuries, no excuses. But here's the thing. Dallas Cowboys, I don't know what we're going to be this year. Who knows? We have 4 new starters on the offensive line playing in different positions in second year this year. We're talking musical chairs basically again. Okay, this year we get him to go left tackle, I'm left guard, and we're putting him at right guard this year. And Tyler Booker, our first year starter. Then we have no running backs. We go on and get Javonte Williams coming off an ACL, barely played. We go get your guy Miles Sanders, who's a journeyman. What's he going to give us? Jaden Blue is on the IR basically right now already. So we have nothing. You know, we have a quarterback that can't stay healthy, ownership that doesn't care. And on defensive side of the ball, we don't know if Diggs is playing Thursday night. Number 2, we have three new, basically freshmen coming in starting on the defensive line this week. And against the Eagles, that's not going to work out very well. So,
no.
Dan, you're probably right. I am probably going to finish last. And Steve, you're probably right. I am going to finish last too.
Our run defense was horrible last year, so
It's going to be pretty bad. It's going to be pretty bad.
The Eagles got to stop the run, man. Let
me go some comments real quick here. Let's see. Eddie says Eileen is a Jets fan. Eddie's a Jets fan. Don't let him fool you. He probably is. He probably is. Damn, running Cowboy fan. Eileen, kiss my grits. Eddie says staying healthy is the key. I think that's for every team as well.
Absolutely.
Dallas losing Dowdle was terrible. I mean, at least he's better than freaking Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders all put together. Honestly, Wilson is still better than any quarterback Giants had last year.
Like a decade.
Well, Eddie, Dan, talking about that real quick. How soon is Russell Wilson? Is he on a leash? How soon can he be pulled with Jackson Dart? Because Jackson Dart's only been named number 2.
It depends on what their record is after Washington, Dallas, KC, and the Chargers.
So you're giving like a 4-week window, huh?
If they're 2-2, he's going to play. If they're like 0-4, Dart might play the Saints game.
Steve, when do you pull Russell Wilson at what record?
If not, all the other games are tough.
So I think they're probably going to do like break the season in thirds, right?
Okay.
And say after week 6. You kind of make an evaluation, right? And I was going to ask Dan this: is it like
kind of yes, 5, 6?
Who's on the shorter leash? Is it really Russell Wilson, or is it Dayball and the GM, basically, trying to keep their jobs? That
it might be.
That's going to be the deciding factor for who.
You've also seen Dart play.
I was going to say, what does Russell really have to prove? Like Russell just needs to come in and win some football games.
He needs to win games.
What does Russell really need to prove at this point? Right, he has to be a serviceable quarterback for the Giants.
Serviceable, and he's better than anything we've had.
Right. So if he can do that, I think it.
And he's also a really good deep ball thrower. He's going to be throwing the ball deep a lot to neighbors. There's going to be a lot of plays down the field probably this year.
I mean, if you're looking at last year as a measuring stick, Russell won since 6 games. He's in a hell of a lot better than your quarterbacks last year put together with Danny DeVito and Jones.
Right.
But, he's better. To me, everybody's
All
calling
the
for Jackson
quarterbacks look
Dart.
good for us.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone
everybody's
looked good.
calling for
All of
Jackson
it
Dart
looked
right now.
good.
The way he's throwing the ball, like I couldn't believe how this kid throws the ball. He's
He
looking
must have
good.
caught on earlier because he's the solidified number 2.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Wilson goes down, Wilson stumbles, Dart's probably going to play. And
And
might
and
become
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you play him?
And
he's
Dan,
looked
Dan, the
comfortable the
crazy
whole
thing is
time.
you guys got number 54 quarterback on the roster, Jameis Winston, coming in and winning games too. So you
I
guys
like
got a
Winston.
trio of quarterbacks. You really do. And they're
The quarterback room
Wilson.
is way better than it was.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the difference this year. So it's a 180.
Mike checking in, Mike Laura checking in, guys. You can check him out. Actually, I'm going to be on a show with Mike next week. You guys know I'm a betting guy. I love to bet. I always lose my money. I lost my house last year, so in my bets, But but no, I'm going to be joining Mike on Props Locks. I think it's called. Mike, let me know what that's called. That's going to be on next Wednesday, I believe, at 7:30. Mike, let me know when that's going to be. Can't wait to hop on there, talk some. Hopefully, I can win a couple of dollars so I can pay my electric bill. Hopefully,
There you go. There you go.
Eddie says Mike isn't worth 47. Let's talk about that, guys. We already know, okay?
None of them are.
Nobody's worth 47. We know a quarterback's going to hit $70
Would
million.
LT be worth $47 million, Lawrence Taylor?
Okay, Alan, I'll go with you real quick. If you're Jerry Jones, what's the top of the line that you would pay for Micah Parsons?
For Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
what did he do? He get 188 million, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't even scratch that.
It'd be under 40.
Yeah.
Or 30.
Yeah,
Five.
like 50
30.
mil guaranteed. What do you get? 136 mil guaranteed. I'd give him 50 mil guaranteed. He's a hell of a player, but
throw more guaranteed money in, less contract.
Yeah,
that's what
I would. I would more incentive for him to play and prove even more, and make him earn that fucking $188 million. Like
$1 million is just outrageous.
Dude.
The reason why I asked that because I know the Eagles couldn't afford him. Now
Cap can't keep up with the salaries now.
Right,
Like,
going into the season, I thought Washington would be a prime suspect to grab Parsons. Steve, I mean, you guys had the money. You guys were under the radar on the cap there. What would you have paid Micah Parsons as an owner there? What would you have paid him?
I think the biggest thing, if AP would have made that splash since he didn't truly go after Hendrickson, I think look. You got to give Parsons his props. He's one of the best defensive players in the NFL currently.
Oh yeah,
arguably top 3, right? And I think the logic between AP because he's really smart and trying to figure out what you're worth versus what you've done versus what you're going to do in contracts, right? And we saw that with McLaurin battle the entire offseason to get that extension done. So I think the smart play is like, hey, look, man, like you're still on your rookie deal technically. So I think the play is to not make him the highest paid defensive player or non-quarterback for that matter, but throw him, just under TJ Watt and Myles Garrett money, make him number 3, number 2, because both those dudes have been in the league years and years and have produced every single year. I don't think you can really sniff at that if your team's truly throwing number 3, number 2 defensive money with a large guarantee with it,
And then his production in the playoffs was like, not that you guys got to the playoffs very often with him, but his production wasn't there. What did he have? One sack?
Or some shit.
We had one, Alan. We had one. Okay, leave me alone. We had one.
Right. But like, he even on that platform, the guy didn't perform where you would want him to perform, where you're paying him to perform. You didn't even get that out of him. So that will bring his money down a little bit. But apparently for Green Bay, they had it to spend, and they went out there and they spent it, man.
And it could have been a lot cheaper
but
price.
It makes them a lot better, man.
It could have been a lot cheaper price though, But the deal is, Jerry Jones has to get in front of the curve on signing people, man. He can't wait because every day the price of inflation goes up.
Why did he wait till before less than a week before week 1?
The last time he really did that was Dak Prescott's contract before Wentz got signed. He signed Dak to a huge contract. Everybody was laughing. I'm like, hey, that's a good contract because you still have quarterbacks that need to be paid. Wentz was paid next. All these quarterbacks started getting their money. Then it went to Zeke learning, like, hey, I'm going down to Cabo. I'm going to, hold you by your handcuffs, and I'm going to get paid. I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
And look at CD Lamb last year. Hold out. Oh, we lost an Eagles fan there for a second. Oh, there he is. Okay. Damn, don't disappear on me already. You guys are Super Bowl champs. We want to see if you can repeat. Don't leave now.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles, let's go.
But he hasn't been ahead of a contract at all. I mean, but
No.
I think it's nobody in the world's worth $47 million. But I want to talk about the Eagles real quick. Alan, what is your weakest point this year, man, on your team? I mean, you guys lost some defensive players. The issue to me, honestly, is that cornerback position. Is it Adoree Jackson? Is it Kelly Ringo? Who is it?
Adoree Jackson is it?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good question. Which Adoree Jackson do you actually get? The cornerback is definitely our Quinion. If you don't hear Quinion's name, he's doing his job, right? So that worries me about the other side. I think Adoree Jackson is going to win the job.
He should.
But again, like you guys said, which Adoree Jackson are you going to get? The Birds traded for him. I don't think he's on their elevator to move, try to do anything with. They traded for him. They wanted him here for a reason. So in Fangio, we trust him. We just see what he can do with what he has this year. I think he has a lot of say in that room, of who he wants and where he wants them, and which sets us up in for battle mode.
Okay. Now there's a couple questions in the group chat here. We got this question here. I'm gonna give you two first, and then we'll chime in as well. What does Jalen Carter get done in his rookie contract? What is Adam Popple, one of our great friends at Out of the Box? He chimes in and asked you about that there. The Jalen Carter. When does he get his rookie contract done? What do you feel about that?
Oh, Jalen Carter's gonna get paid. And yeah, the Birds are gonna pay him. They're gonna pay him. There's no way how he lets this kid roll or anything less than, I don't know what. Fuck, I don't even know. 50. I don't even know what the kid's making right now. But
he's on that rookie deal. I think he's under like what, $6 million per year or something, like the big signing bonus. But I mean, what are we talking? I mean, you got to pay other people too. Is coming up on your team too. I mean, how much are you willing to give? Carter here, because you might have to bring a couple Brinks truck in for this dude.
Dude, he might be worth the Brinks trucks. To be honest with you, you watch this kid play. He's an unstoppable force. Okay, he draws a double team wherever you put him. So, I mean, if he can continue his progress and the percentage of plays he's been playing compared to when he compared to last year, what did he play? Like 70% of the snaps last year?
Yeah.
If he can get himself up to 85% of the snaps, yeah, you pay the young man. You pay him. If he's the guy who's never going to come off the field and he's going to be a difference maker every single snap, you pay him. You figure out how he's got to figure out a way to pay him, and do what he's got to do.
Now, Michael Jackson says the rumor mill here, 4 years for $160 million, $40 million a year. You're probably looking at maybe 110 guaranteed money on that.
Yeah.
Is he worth that $40 million price tag for a DT?
What Dexter Lawrence got a year or so ago?
I don't remember what he got, Dan. I mean, he got a huge contract too.
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar to that.
I mean, dude, like I said, if this young man can continue to perform at the level that he's performing and be on the field, productively on the field, doing what he's doing, yeah, I think he's totally worth the money.
And you know what, Alan, the best thing you guys got working for you is this guy comment right here, and that's 100% true. Howie's a wizard with the cap, so I mean, he's going to make it happen no matter what's going to happen. He'll find a way to rob Peter to pay Paul, and this Paul ain't getting paid because Dallas is giving away crap for free.
Yeah.
So I believe Howie will make it happen. I mean, he's the manipulator of the contracts and the negotiations. He's the genius of the salary cap. I was at Barnes and Noble's last week. I don't read a lot, and I went in there and I seen a book that says, GMs for dummies, and Howie Rhodes was on there like this. Right. I mean, he's a genius with it. You know, and also here, Michael says Smith, Blankenship, Carter, Davis are up to get paid next season. I mean, that's a lot of money going around there too, if you think about it.
Yep.
You know, that might, bite you in the ass coming later on in the season, coming down the future. But you guys got a genius in Howie Roseman.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the Commanders real quick. Steve, what is your weakest point on your team right now? I mean, are you worried at running back with Eckler being your number one, and then you got McCormick coming in at number two? Are you worried at that position getting away with Robinson?
Not really. I think, as much as I was kind of mad and upset to see B. Rob let go, there were a lot of, I should say, a select few interactions between B. Rob and Cliff Kingsbury, between the preseason game before Cincinnati, where they sat him out, as well as in training camp. And I think B. Rob took it for granted that he's going to be the RB1 going into this season. And then number two, kind of the way you see Kingsbury's offense going into year two with JD, B. Rob is not necessarily the best fit for that offense. Right now, we have a very much improved offensive line. So I feel like, anybody's going to flourish behind the line that they put together for the Commanders this year. But to answer your question, it's going to be on the defensive side. We are very much improved in the secondary, which, week after week, I called it Swiss cheese last year. And it's actually, I think our weakest point is going to be up front, in the front.
Really?
Basically run stopping, right? Other than bringing in Kinlaw and, a couple, look, we brought in Von Miller, but, how much is he really going to contribute throughout the season, right? Minimal to not much.
Right.
Look, Bobby Wagner's a stud, but he ain't getting any younger. Luvu was basically the heart and soul in the middle. Can Deron Payne play up to his contract again this year? And then the guys that basically are going to be rotating through on the front on that defensive line is going to be the biggest key, because we face a lot of teams that are going to be good ground rushing attack offensive teams, even though the fact we're in a passing league, right? So I really think that,
we're going to try to run it you this week. So
Eddie's absolutely right. Knock on wood, Marshawn's healthy for now. How long is that going to last? Who knows? But Sanders still, the rookie out of Michigan, is playing lights out just like he did last season. Trey Amos, our second round draft pick, I think he's from Ole Miss. He had a really good preseason, really good camp. He's actually going to be the starting nickel for us, and then throw in Lattimore, Will Harris, Quan Martin round out that secondary. So I think they're going to be very much improved back there. But it's just the front in the trenches, what I'm worried about.
See, I actually like your front four. I mean, I like the front four. You got, Dorrance Armstrong coming from the Cowboys, Deron Payne, and you got Kinlaw. And of course, I think your weak link is Demetrius Wise.
Yeah, the big shocker on the front, and it's probably all about dollars and cents, right? It's the current NFL. But I was very surprised for the season that Fowler had last year that they basically let him walk. That dude had like 12 sacks, something like that, a couple interceptions, numerous quarterback hurries and pressures, and they didn't re-sign him. Which was kind of
Dante Fowler. That's the guy that plays for us now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there too, Steve. Real quick, going back to the Howie situation, you can check Joe out every Monday night, Sully Squad, of course, and the old schools go usually every month. A great show they just did. For Eagles fans out there, they had the Godfather, Ray Didinger on there. Mark Echo, great show. Make sure you check them out every Monday night on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment as well. What's up, fellas? Howie, you'll get it done with a new TV deal coming in. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Howie. I even, as a Cowboy fan, I even trust in Howie, honestly, but Lattimore needs to stay healthy, of course. Joe says, I think the Giants will give me interesting this week. The Giants D-line will really get after it. Love the Giants outright. Oh, damn. Giants outright already, Steve. How do you feel about that?
Wow.
Damn.
we'll see.
I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest.
Last year, one game.
Yeah. It was super close in both games last year. Neither of them were blowouts. Your front four for New York Giants, and let's be honest, even the front seven are solid studs, right? Let's just call it as it
Abdul
is.
Carter.
So
I'm excited
between
to
your
see
draft picks and all that stuff, it'll definitely be a tight game. You know, obviously, I'm still gonna pick the Commanders to come out on top, but you
Gotcha.
it. I think
Man.
it's a
Now,
good game. It should be
fellas,
close.
let me throw this out there to you guys. Has the NFC East, has it gone back to the black and blue league, where when you come in to play one of these four teams, the following week, whether you win or lose against one of these four teams, the following week
Yeah.
is almost a guaranteed loss for that team who comes in and plays one of these four teams in this division. Like back
I
in
would.
the day, that's what it used to be. Whether
It's
we
tough.
played each other or not, if someone came in and they played the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, the Washington Redskins, the Philadelphia Eagles, whether they won or not, that following week, you almost chalked it up as a fucking loss because they got their asses kicked that bad.
Mhm.
They may have won the game,
Yeah.
but on the field, they got their asses kicked. Do you think we're getting back to turning that tide and making the league basically fear
How
us
it used
again?
to be.
Well, I agree with you, Alan. Back in the day, you know, that black and blue. Like even now, even to when I look at my scheduling, you know, release, I look at it. Okay, I'm playing the Eagles. Okay, that
Yeah.
defense is nasty. Now, you know, Giants have an absolute front seven. I'm
Yep.
looking at. I don't care if I'm playing the freaking Jacksonville or you know the Sisters of a Blind next week.
Yep.
I always look at that even now. But I mean, in this division, honestly, I don't look at it for certain teams. I look at it for you guys. But us, our defense is so banged up right now. Right now, this year, for us alone this year, we have 6 starters on the defense that has not even played a game in preseason or last year started more than 3 games. That's what hurts us. But I agree with you 100%. Back in the day, you do
Yeah.
chalk a lot of those games up. I don't care who you play. But
Yep.
what hurts us in this year, there's multiple back-to-back games in the NFC East Conference, you know, in the division that we're
Yes,
playing
sir.
back-to-back teams. And,
Yep.
you know,
Or
that
play
third game, I
Washington
don't,
and
yeah,
Dallas back to back. Dallas may not be that
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
But we'll see.
Yep.
Steve, there was
Yep.
a question on here. How do you, or is it, how do you think of Merritt, your rookie running back? I mean, he's turning the head, Steve. What do you think?
So the fan in me is on the Bill train, right? Kid looks good in camp.
Mhm.
You know, he's making some moves, turning heads, getting the hype. The realist, the open-minded, you know, objective podcaster that I am, it's exactly what it is. It's all hype.
Okay.
You know, look, I get it. You know, there were some collegiate eligibility issues last year. You know, there's reasons why guys drop all the way to round 6 and 7. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, there's, even though you got rid of B-Rob, there's still 3 solid guys, especially Rodriguez and Eckler, you know, who have been in the Kingsbury system, you know, for a solid year to 2 years now, way ahead of Bill. Bill's currently listed on the depth chart that came out today. He's listed 4th out of the running backs, which is kind of interesting because, you know, all the fans expected him to be number 1, especially now that B-Rob's going. I kind of expected him to be around 3. But the funny thing is that, you know, the Commanders are not going to dress 4 running backs for the active game day roster on Sunday. So, you know, the question is, does that mean Bill is going to be on the inactive
To start it off.
Sunday or night, you know, come Sunday or not? And I honestly think that they probably will sit him. You know, unless he really does something in practice this week that, you know, makes Kingsbury just be like, man, that dude is it. I think they're really going to run with Rodriguez, McNichols, and Eckler to start the season. And at some point in time, you know, Bill's going to get his chance. He's going to get his opportunity. And, you know, probably sooner than later, you know, and he just got to make the best of it. But, you know, let's be honest, he's a good stud, but he's still that 7th round rookie running back. So, yeah.
Okay. Before we get to the Giants, I want to ask you about my guy, Baptiste. Does he ever find the field this year? I've been so high on this kid coming out of Notre Dame, Jean-Baptiste Baptiste. Is he going to find the field this year? Can he beat out Wise, your weakest link?
So I think he's going to see it, right? Because I think what you're going to see is a solid rotation of the defensive ends. And let's be honest, you know, technically right now, if you go strictly by the depth chart, there's only 4 defensive ends, technically 5 if you're throwing Von Miller out there in special situations and downs, right? But technically it's 4. So it's Wise and Batiste on one side, and it's Dorrance Armstrong and Jacob Martin on the other.
Yeah.
So, the guy's going to see the playing field. He did fairly well for us in the past. So I think he's going to be a good role player and a good sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to those dumpster fire New York Giants who, basically have been lighting up the draft and the lottery. We do our show every year. We can't wait for those Giants to draft and talk about those
Malik Neighbors and Abdul Carter, so I'm not too terribly about it.
And you came back and got Jackson Dart too. Why not, right? So talk about these Giants, Dan. I mean, it can't get any worse, brother. It can't get any worse, right?
It cannot get any worse. No,
talk
it
about
cannot get any worse. Well, like I said, I'm more optimistic. It seems like there's a good energy about the team coming out of camp, coming out of preseason. Like I said, I'm much more optimistic than I was, but obviously you need to see if your run game's going to be good. I assume it's going to be. It looks like they built a good defensive front. Adding Abdul Carter, like I said, adding Javon Holland. I'm excited for the offense. Excited to see Wilson with Neighbors with an actual quarterback. I think Tracy's going to have over 1,000 yards possibly this year. I think he could have a good year. He had 830 last year, and he was like 4th in yards per carry in like the NFL, pretty much.
Okay.
So I think he could have a good year, and it all depends on Russell Wilson, their old line, and how their defense plays.
We'll ask you a question about the Giants. Dan, my question to you is, what is your defensive rotation? I mean, who's on your sticks? Is it going to be Burns and a Carter on the edges with Lawrence in the middle? And how do you guys work this rotation with you guys? Well, are you going to put Abdul on the edge, or let him play linebacker this time?
They'll put Abdul on the edge. They're going to probably put him at linebacker some plays.
Okay.
On the inside, on the outside. I would move him around, but he's going to be an outside linebacker.
Okay.
And he's ahead of Thibodeau, so it's going to be him, Thibodeau, and Burns on the field at the same time. Sometimes Abdul Carter will need a break, or you have Burns and Thibodeau. Thibodeau needs to take a step up this year, I think. Another question mark for us is our offensive line. Is JMS going to step up? Thomas, is he going to stay healthy? And if so, I see promising things with the rookie Bo, the tackle. I think he has looked good. Obviously, Dart has looked good. But defensively, I mean, the run defenses was the big problem last year. They were probably one of the worst in the league, so that's something they need to be better on. But I assume with Holland, who's good versus the run, Adibu could tackle, adding Carter, Dexter Lawrence, it seems like they're going to have a good defense. They can score points, be consistent on offense. I think they can win some games and be much better than they've been. Playoffs, I don't know about that. We'll see.
Gotcha. Steve? You have any questions for these basement dwelling New York Giants? Because they can't get any worse. So we got to keep our eye on them some way.
No, we've been horrible.
It's not really a question, but I guess more of a statement to Dan, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it wasn't necessarily bad play in particular last year that caused their demise, but man, they got hit by the injury bug so bad last year.
Thomas,
it's like every week you saw two guys going to the injured reserve, two guys going to the injured reserve.
Going to the 10.
And I think now if those guys can stay healthy, their front seven or defensive front seven is a bunch of studs. They're going to be a force in the NFC East.
I also don't know what to expect from Darius Alexander, the rookie defensive tackle they drafted. Abdul Carr obviously is going to start. Bo, you could see the rookie tackle. You could see him in the game this Sunday if Thomas doesn't play, because Thomas may not be ready for week 1. So that's another thing. But like I said, I'm very excited for the defense. Love the Abdul Carter pick. We'll see who's going to step up at quarterback number 2. I don't know if it's going to be Flott or Banks. But I like what they've put together so far. If it's going to lead to success, I really hope so. I'm more optimistic. At least, like I said, the whole team seems like a different energy for the whole team coming out of camp,
Mhm.
coming into the season.
Mhm.
More
Mike,
leaders.
yeah, Mike Fuji joins us. He's the host of the Patterson Fanatics with Alan every Monday night at
What's up,
8:30 on
dude?
Gold County. Has Russell Wilson gotten in sync with any of his wide receivers or tight ends yet?
A little bit. Malik Neighbors did play in the preseason,
Mhm.
so I imagine in practice he has. Obviously, Neighbors practices a ton, but not too much because you haven't seen a lot of Russell Wilson.
Mhm.
You probably saw Jackson Dart the most
Mhm.
of anybody in the preseason
Fuji
at
says
all.
Ken meaning
You know,
Dan. Does that we already talked about this Jackson Dart?
I'm not going
Uh,
to say he's in sync yet, but
yeah,
close.
Jackson Dart. You're saying what? Maybe 4 or 5 games. Steve said you said it's like a quarter, a third of a
It
season.
depends.
Games.
Are they going to be 2-2? Are they going to be 3-1? Are they going to be 0-4? Are they going to be
Okay.
1-3? I
And
think it
then
depends
you
on
pull
how
the
they're
trigger
playing.
on. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
Then
think
you
I think
pull
the
the
other
trigger.
big thing is going to be a measuring stick. For Dan hit the nail on the head. Are they 1-4, 2-2, whatever? It's also going to be
Dart
like
will play, maybe.
it's
Yeah,
also
it
going
all-
to be like where is your team at in the NFC East standings after
Yeah.
week 6? If if any of us
That's after the
are,
Eagles. We
are
got
chasing somebody, then you almost think that the changes are going to be made.
Yeah, I think it comes down to playoff contention. If you're out of it, you know what? Hey, might as well throw the rookie in there, let him get his
exactly,
feet wet
but
a little bit.
sometimes you might
If
need
you're in contention and Wilson has you in
a
contention,
boost.
ride with them. Ride with them.
Exactly. Like that's what
Yeah,
I say.
yep,
The only way Dart's
it all
going to
depends
play.
on which Russell Wilson you guys get.
yeah.
Yeah,
Evan, your co-host.
It really does.
he's
Evan, your
really going to
co-host,
have
Dan.
to struggle a
Yeah,
lot. I
Evan
think.
checks in. Dan, your co-host, says Giants were 0-8 in one-score games. That's not happening again. Just like Jaden Daniels was 9-2 in one-score games, and I don't think that could happen either again. And then of course
Yeah.
this little comment here taking
Giants did set some rare or horrible records. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Evan says, Paul, you're joining the basement too. Hey, listen, I'm not there yet. I got one foot down. My
As long
foot's
as
down
if
there.
you win
You know,
week 2, I'll be happy. But like I said, like
So,
for
so
us,
can I? So since we haven't talked too much about the Cowboys, can I ask you
oh,
a question,
geez.
Paul?
Sure,
And it's not
why
really.
not?
It's not a
Why
stab.
Why
It's not a
not?
stab. It's not a low blow or whatever. But we know the personnel issues or lack thereof with the Dallas Cowboys. What is the realistic expectation out of Schottenheimer this year?
Okay, here it is. You know me as a God over 30, 3-decade fan since 77. Okay, here's my thing. The only coach that we've ever had was Jimmy Johnson. Okay, 2 Super Bowls, and Barry Switzer comes in. Anybody could have won a Super Bowl with that team that he was inherited. You go out and get Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, Jason Garrett, all puppet guys. Okay, puppet guys. Schottenheimer is a puppet guy, but here's the difference between him, McCarthy, and all these other guys, except Jimmy Johnson. He is setting a tempo at Dallas Cowboys, a different mojo feeling, teaching discipline, priorities, mental football. I seen something, Steve. I coach up here. Dan, I coach up here. I seen something that I've never seen a head coach do. He made every player on that team run suicides after a bad ball penalty. And this is in preseason. In
I,
7 on 7.
I saw that the New York Giants did it with Joe Judge as their quarterback.
Yeah. Well, the hell with the Giants. That's why they're still in the basement, okay? It'll work for us, Alan. It'll work for us.
For now we are.
But, here's the thing.
Joe Judge, he used to run those motherfuckers like a no joke, like a fucking high school team.
But here's the thing. I mean, he didn't stop at the players. He had the coach who coached that side run the sprints with them. That's your team. Run it too. He's setting a team where he comes out. I demand excellence. I demand priorities. I demand mental. No more mental mistakes. I'm done. His exact words were, "I'm done with the bullshit. This is 2025 Cowboys. This is a new team, a new mojo." I like what he's doing, but Steve, expectations. It's a team on roster every year. We have that, but I can say in the last 8-10 years, elite roster, top 4 in the NFL every year. But something goes bad when you have that guy upstairs signing checks to come down the field and say, "I'm Jerry Jones." Jerry, we know who the hell you are. Shut the hell up. Go up to the box. Do what you do. Make your mistakes up there. Don't come down here and talk to my head coach. Don't talk to players, because the mojo, the locker room is gone right now. The locker room is gone, the Dallas Cowboy locker room. DeRon Blandis got signed. Okay, we signed a couple players this week. But my thing is, Alan, if you're next on a contract and you're up next year, you're thinking in your head, is this son of a bitch going to sign me or not? Am I going to get my walking papers? I don't know. We just got rid of Steve, Michael Parsons here. Steve's Michael Parsons today. We just got rid of him.
Dude,
what's next?
Michael Parsons can get traded. Nobody's
safe on this team. Nobody's safe on this team.
No one's safe if he gets traded. Like, holy shit.
Except Dak. Dak's safe because ain't nobody touching that contract.
Hey, listen, here's the thing. He's got 2 years left. I mean, it's basically guaranteed money at $54 million a year after the guaranteed money. I honestly think
ain't nobody touching that.
Nobody's going to touch it, but we can't do anything with it because Joe Milton doesn't really do anything for me either, so we're kind of stuck with them. But Fuji chimes in and says, Paul, who do you think the number one back for the Cowboys is? Well, your guess is as good as mine because we don't have one, put it that way. Okay. But here's the thing.
You don't trust in Miles? You don't think Miles got some miles left on?
I thought I saw on TV Emmitt Smith is coming out of retirement.
Hey, you know what? He'd be a lot better if we got freaking Moose Johnson back with him. We'll be okay, better than what we have now. Because listen, Javonte Williams coming off an ACL last year, who barely got some carries, got traded for a bag of peanuts, and then you got freaking Miles Sanders, who's a journeyman. We picked him up at Wawa. He needed a job. He has a sign on his chest. Will work for food. Jerry gets him, and then Jaden Blue. What is he, like 165 pounds wet?
Yeah.
Our running back is committee this year. There is no one back this year. There is not a running back that we can call one. But starting will most likely be Javonte Williams, Fuge.
Yeah, I like our running backs way better. Holy shit!
You guys are running backs better than we got. But
Tracy Scottaboo and Singletary.
Well, now this weekend, I know.
I'm going to say again, thank you for Saquon.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. I even say
fuck John Mara.
Well, I know Thursday night we got a game here at the link here. Alan, you guys are raising a banner here, man. What does that mean to you as an Eagles fan? Because I haven't seen this shit in 30 days on black and white TV. That's when I seen it.
But on fire.
How does this feel to you when I know you have season tickets, you game up to be home, but how do you feel? Seeing that banner raised at home, man, 2 times now. How do you feel about it?
It's absolutely amazing. I'm 43 years old. I've seen them raise it twice. It's an amazing feeling. You wait this entire time to have this thing finally happen, and then we have it happen. 7 years apart. 3 years. We get back. Back to back, whatever. We lose to KC, we go back, we demolish them. Dude, it's just, I can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it. It means it's up there with like the birth of my first son.
Oh, damn!
It's up there. It's up there, brother.
Don't ask me what a Cowboys Super Bowl victory would mean for me then, because I might just give up everything in my life for that one. But Thursday night. How do you feel about it's against the Cowboys? I mean, what team, if you're raising the banner at home, what team would you pick? Would you pick the Cowboys to open up week 1 with you, Alan?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I would absolutely pick the Cowboys, raise that banner and run roughshod on them, which I believe we're going to do on Thursday night.
Okay.
I think, they're
a better team for sure.
Yeah, you guys are. You guys might just be the precursor to the Super Bowl, and we just let the whole league know exactly what we have.
Maybe it'll be 40 to nothing. Like we got beat 40 to nothing or something.
Shut up, Dan. Shut up, Dan. Shut up. Well, we'll come back to that. You and I will talk about plus all 4 us. We'll talk about this Thursday night game. Dan, since you're speaking of the basement dwellers, who the hell do you play this week?
Oh, we play the Commanders.
Well, let's talk about this real quick. Let me just sit back and relax a minute. Have you two go at it. Dan,
I don't really call them the Commanders.
Commanders 21-6.
Oh, it's 21-6. I'll be pissed.
Dan, do you have
throw these 20, I'll be mad.
Dan, do you have any worries? I mean, we were in the bottom basement too. We're playing the Super Bowl champs. You guys were in the bottom. You guys were
Brian Robinson ran all over us, so I'm going to worry about him no more. So he's not there.
Well, what are you worrying about? What are you worrying about this week?
Their run defense. New
York's or
quarterback number 2. Their offensive line. But Steve said that, but their Washington's front isn't that great, so I'm not terribly concerned. Like if Parsons was there, but probably offensive line. How Wilson's going to play, how that run defense is going to play, and how quarterback number 2 plays.
Okay.
I think everyone else will play well.
Okay.
Those are my probably 3 concerns: stopping the run. Because
Do you think you're going to need quarterback number 2?
No.
I don't think so.
Not this game. Not this game.
Okay.
No, I don't think Wilson's going to go out there and play like shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Good.
it's obviously it's a regular season, but him and Neighbors, I think, could have a good season together. I think it's could be a good combination, both of them.
There you go.
Steve, how do you
I think
feel?
about a lot of
how do you
screen
feel?
game, a lot of screens.
So let's talk turkey and the nuts and bolts, right? For those of you that are betting, I get it. It's still Tuesday night. We're still like 5 days away from this game. But right now, FanDuel's got the line at Washington at -5.5. So that's less than a touchdown, right? And it kind of gets back to what I said earlier tonight, that it's going to be a closer game, I think, than what people realize.
Less than 7, I think.
Right. And even the over-under on the total points is only 45.5, which isn't a huge score or a lot of scoring for both teams.
Be over. I could see the Giants scoring more with Wilson.
I can honestly see that being the over the 45.5 for the game. I think it's going to be close, but I think Washington's still going to squeak it out by 7. And I think a lot of that is basically just because it's home in DC.
That's a 3-point swing. That's usually a 3-point swing,
Right. But now that you got the fans, you got kind of a true home field advantage back at Northwest Stadium. I think it's kind of going to play into our favor. If we were opening the season on the road in MetLife, it'd probably be a different story, right? But I think just with the improvements that we've made, especially on the offensive line, that's where it's going to come down to between the Giants
front versus offensive line
7 and the Washington offensive line. Since they've added Tunzel, the rookie Connerly. Look, Cosme's out for the first 4 to 5 weeks. I get it, but we still got some studs that are filling in for the time being. So I still think Washington's going to pull it off by 7, but it's going to be a lot closer. But it's going to be a good game. It really is.
I think it'll be a good game.
Alan, how do you feel about this game, Alan?
The Washington Giants game, dude. I start the season again. They're both in the thick of it. I even go back to the Eagles Dallas. I want to say the Eagles blow them out. I really do. I feel like that game's going to be a lot closer than I want to actually say out loud. The Washington Giants. Yeah, I see it being maybe a field goal game.
Wow.
It should be.
Like it's just
I like that a lot.
I really, it's going to come down to maybe who has the ball last. I mean, and then you can even go to Thursday night and look at that game. And sadly, as an Eagles fan, I hope we don't have to have that last minute field goal. All right, I want us to come out and kick the living effing hell out of Dallas. But for the Washington, New York, I think it's a field goal game, man. I think it's a battle till the end.
Okay. I think it's going to be close as well. I mean, the reason why is nobody's played in preseason. This is an audition out there. This is a rehearsal. I mean, we used to call third game a dress rehearsal. This is that dress rehearsal where, a lot of teams have been vanilla. Everybody's looking at the whole preseason like, oh, this guy's standing out. It's preseason. Everything is vanilla. It's like the Pro Bowl. There's no blitzing, basically. You can't touch this. You can't do that. It's very different. So to me, I look at one thing. I think the Giants possibly could win this game. The reason being is that front 7. Defense always has the advantage over offenses on the first game of the season. They're ahead. It's a scheme. Offense, it's timing. It's continuity. It's verbal language. Everything is different on the offense. I think the defense has the advantage here. And the way the Giants played last year, that defense was flying. I mean, 11 hats on a ball. They got better this year, arguably better on paper and on field. So I think that Giants defense can hold them in a game. Then it's going to come down to, Alan, you said it, a field goal or who has the ball last.
Yep.
You know, what Russell Wilson are we going to get? I mean, if he can, if Lattimore, if it's me, I'm testing Lattimore first play of the game. I'm having neighbors stretch the field right now to see what kind of Lattimore I'm getting. If he's lingering,
that's what Wilson does. He throws deep.
I want to see how he's looking. I'm going to test who's injured, and with Malik Neighbors, that's the guy to do it. I don't know how Jalen Hyatt's going to be playing this year. He's a flyer. Can he be the guy to take the roof off, Dan?
Or Slayton or Wendell Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bo Collins, your boy from Notre Dame.
I love Bo Collins, boy.
But you know, we'll see. Like it depends on the offensive line. How's the offensive line going to play? How's JMS going to play? Is Andrew Thomas going to play in this game? Now, if Andrew Thomas doesn't play, it changes things up, of course.
Now, Steve, on the other part, I got to ask you this. I mean, you went out and got Deebo Samuels, a guy that can't stay healthy. Okay, we know what kind of offense he runs. You know, a motion offense, always somewhere in the backfield, slot, wide out. He plays the XYZ and can line up in a motion. Where does Kingsbury put him? Because this goes back to LSU. This goes back to Arizona State with me. The Jaden Daniels that I could see in his sophomore year to open up the field. How do you use Deebo against his front seven?
Deebo's going to be in so many different formations. Motions. I don't want to say trick plays because I'm not a big fan of that. And I don't think Kingsbury's going to do a ton of that out of the gate to open up the season. But I think you're going to see Deebo in a lot of different places around the field, right? You know, now that McLaurin got his big extension, if Noah Brown comes back, starts off healthy after his leg injury, you know, to be the other wide receiver, then that gives, you know, Kingsbury the flexibility to be moving Deebo around. The other thing that you're going to see too, depending on, you know, the running back depth and who starts, you very well could see that same thing with Eckler. You know, Eckler and Deebo basically kind of like being interchanged, right? You know, because Eckler is going to be that pass catcher out of the backfield as well. You know, don't be surprised if Deebo winds up in the backfield for a little bit. But I honestly think, knock on wood, if everything kind of stays the plan, you're not going to have to see Jaden run as much as what he did last year. You know, an improved offensive line, a couple extra offensive weapons, you know, and hopefully that means, you know, some smarter quarterback play with less risky chances of him scrambling down the field like he had to last year.
I want to scramble.
Yeah, I was going to say I want him running around like a chicken with his head.
Carter hounding his ass all game.
Yeah, to run around like a chicken with his head.
That's what I'm hoping to see. I hope he gets a lot of pressure on them. That's what they need to do.
Gotcha.
It's the only way to beat them.
Before we give our predictions real quick, Steve, I want to ask you something. You know, I watched your producer show a lot last year. You know, even watching your show when you were producing. Does McCaffrey finally crack the bell here? I mean, does he get on the field? I mean, Steve, first one in, last one out. The kid has the mentality, the pedigree. He has the talent. Can he be? He's got to be able to beat Noah Brown out as wide receiver 3, right?
No.
No.
For Noah Brown, no. Unfortunately, Noah Brown is just faster, taller, jumps higher, and makes the better catches, right?
And he catches Hail Marys too, don't he?
Right. Yeah, exactly, right. The biggest problem that McCaffrey is going to have is twofold. You know, we went and got the Lane from Virginia Tech, the wide receiver who's supposed to be lightning stud. So that's going to be McCaffrey's basically number one opponent, right? Then the other thing, and it depends on how much and where they use him and what capacity, but they ended up going out and signing Kendrick Bourne today. There's another wide receiver. I think his last stop was New England, among a couple other places that he's been in already in his NFL career. You know, so now that kind of bumps Luke back. But where Luke is going to get his chance to shine is probably going to be on special teams. Which he did a fairly decent job at last year, you know, at least catching the ball, had some decent returns and stuff like that. You know, he did make the most of some of his opportunities when he was in the slot last year with JD. You know, but I just don't think he's going to get as many snaps and opportunities as probably what he's going to like this year. You know, just like Ben Sinnott, who was a second round draft pick last year. He's gonna unfortunately he's a good tight end, but he's third on the depth chart already.
Yeah.
Behind Ertz and Bates. So he might not see the field very much.
Is Ertz still on the team? I thought Ertz retired.
He was thinking about it.
Ertz re-signed up, so said, "Hey, I'm having fun with this rookie quarterback, and I want some more." So
yeah, there you go. I don't blame. Yeah,
Steve,
I don't blame him.
You said McCaffrey possibly special teams player, right? Okay. Now, can I see him on special teams as maybe up back guy because he played college quarterback for a while too? Can we see a little trick play out of Luke McCaffrey here? Doing all that stuff. Is that a possible gimmick play?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could. He's definitely got that little hybrid in him, to play multiple positions, wide receiver, quarterback, kind of like a X factor running back, kind of like Debo, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is going to be interesting to see, and we all know this for our respective teams, but how healthy is your wide receiving core going to be? Is Debo going to make it through the whole season? Is Noah Brown's leg injury going to come back in week 6 or 7? And then he's back out again. So it could be opportunity by attrition, right? If guys start dropping off, then McCaffrey very well might see the field out of necessity. So
yeah. Well, how about we go around the room and give predictions? Alan, I'll start with you because this isn't our game. How about I start with you, then I'll go, then we'll get the 2 representatives from the team. So give me your score for the Giants. It's old school Redskins to me, okay? Sorry, Steve, it's Redskins to me, okay? It's old school, damn it. I'm 54 years old. I grew up with the Redskins, the Hogs, okay? So it's Redskins.
Yes.
Alan, what's your score for this game?
For Giants Redskins?
Yes, sir.
Man. Giants Redskins. Man, let's go 17-13.
Who wins?
The Skins. Skins win 17-13.
I'm going to be on the same area. I don't think it's a high scoring game. Steve, what was the line on this game you said you looked at it?
5.5 to DC right now.
Okay, 5.5. I think whoever I'm going to take the Giants in the cover here. I actually think the Giants win this game. I'm going to go Giants. I'm going to go 21-16 Giants this week. Outright. Giants 21-16.
Okay.
And I don't give a damn who goes next. I don't give a damn who goes next, so go ahead.
I'll let Dan go last and let him have the space. I think the DC is going to pull it out. They're not going to.
That's what Dan, you just won the coin toss. You're elected to receive. Go ahead, okay?
But
actually, I'm sorry. Steve won the coin toss. He elected to defer. He gets the ball in the second half. He's giving it to you. Pick the score first.
26-20 Giants.
What was it? What was it?
26-20.
26-20.
That's very. That's very interesting.
I think both offenses will play well.
I think we're going to be a deadlock. I think Steve is obviously going to go for his own team here. So, Steve,
well, as we win, I'm going to shit.
I was going to say 24-20 DC. DC doesn't quite cover the spread, but.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So, Alan's got 17-13 Skins. I have 21-16 Giants. Dan has 26-20 Giants. And Steve has 24-20 Skins. Well, damn. We're going to
could kick a couple field goals or something,
Okay. Well, let's go to the Thursday night game real quick before we get out of here. Alan, what do you want to say real quick? How do you feel about this game going in? Anything worries you about this game or not?
The secondary, the secondary of the Birds, the question marks that it's got me a little worried. I still think the Birds win this thing 28-14.
Okay, I'm going to write those down. Alan got 28-14. Birds, huh?
Might be more, but I'm going to go safe bet 28-14.
Okay. I mean, my only concern in this game, honestly, is our defensive line. I mean, your offensive line is arguably the best in the NFL.
Right.
We have 3 new starters out there. Mozzie Smith has been benched for Kenny Clark coming in. We have basically 1 rookie, 2 rookies starting in the linebacker, a brand new signal caller in Kenneth Murray Jr. So Trayvon Diggs is we don't know yet, questionable. We don't know if he's starting. If not, we have Bland. Well, then we got Elam. Elam is a pickup last year, played good in preseason, but preseason is preseason, of course. Our secondary, Hooker and Donovan Wilson, are okay, but our linebacking core, we have a guy that's barely 6 foot in Sanborn, who is a run stopper. And that's all he is. If you guys run wide receivers out, I don't know how we can compete. The offensive line, I'm worried about too. Four players in the second year playing out of position. I don't know how we're going to compete with that. It's a measuring stick to me. If we get our ass kicked, we get our ass kicked. If we don't, we know where we stand going into next week. But oh man, I'm going to shock the world here, man. You guys ready for this? I'm ready to shock the world in week 1. You ready?
Philly's
You ready, Alan? You ready for me to shock the world?
Go ahead.
Okay, this is out of the box, right? So I'm fucking going out of the goddamn. I'm jumping out of the box into another box and out of that box. Okay,
6-3
right.
Eagles.
6-3 Eagles. All right, here's what I'm going to do.
All field goals, baby.
Oh man. Well, if it goes down to field goals, we win the game because we got Brendan Arby, the master of the 60 plus. You know what I mean? We're good there. But I'm gonna shock the world here. I'm gonna go Cowboys 23, Eagles 29. I'm not gonna shock the world. I'm gonna be realistic. I don't think you guys covered a 7. I think it's 7 points. Or what is the line this week? I didn't even look
it's like 7 or 8. I haven't even looked at it, to be honest with you.
Right now, it's sitting at 8.5 to Philly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the 8.5. I got it. I got a 6-point swing with the Eagles here. I'll take the 8 points. With the Cowboys. To me, the first quarter is going to see what's going to happen with this game. If Dallas comes out, to me, I said this on my show last week, Cowboys Weekly. I said I want Jerry Jones and the entire team, Schottenheimer, when the banner's being raised. I want every 54 man out there looking at that goddamn banner one time. I want you to see it. See what you see that you don't have that they have. And then I want you to play, because that first quarter is going to tell me if that 23-29 happens. If not, that could be a 3-43. That's how bad it can project. Just by the mentality of seeing that banner raised. Because to me, you got to see what your prize is. And that's the prize right there. And what better way to play at the link with the banner being raised? Because to me, it shows what you're made of, man. It shows. So who wants to go next with this Eagle Cowboys crap? I know you guys say screw the Cowboys. Go ahead. Dan, I already know you. 55-0, brother. I know you. Go ahead.
Birds all day, baby. Birds all day.
I said 26-23 Eagles.
Wow. So you think it's close too. Okay. I like you, Dan. I like the Giants. Bottom dwellers have to stay together, brother.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I like Dan. The bottom dwellers have to stay together. See, he's my roommate. He's right next door to me in the basement. So we got to stay together here. Now
I think both teams will score at least 20. They're both offenses are good enough. With Dak, their offense could not score 20.
They got to give him time, though, Dan. They got to give him time to get the ball down to the Pickens and everybody. Lamb. All right, Steve. What do you got for me? I mean, unanimous right now, so you're going to make it completely unanimous?
All right, my friends. Eagles are favored by 8.5. The over-under on the game is 47.5. The Eagles cover both 31-17 over the Cowboys.
31-17. Okay.
Go.
31-17.
Go Birds.
Okay. Let's get some of the comments real quick. Evan, screw you, man. 34-6, dude. You know what? Screw you.
I like the way he's thinking.
I don't like the way he's thinking, of course. I don't want to disrespect you. I'm going to just go through some of the comments that we missed here. Tyler Smith needs to be extended next. Yeah, I agree. 100% on the offensive line. That's where the championships are built, so you got to get him. Let's see. I think that's pretty. Oh, there was one. I don't want to disrespect Mike real quick. I got to go back up to the top. I'm going to be hopping on Mike's show tomorrow to talk about some betting odds as well. And that show is tomorrow. Thank you, Mike, for letting me know that shit. Now I got to double check, and it is called Props, Locks, and Parlays, and that is on It's a Wrap Sports. So make sure you check them out as well. But I know Thursday night we do play you in Philadelphia, and to all my friends out there in Philadelphia, I'm just going to let you know we are good friends with a great lawyer out there. So make sure if you get injured at the link or any Dallas player gets their ass kicked, too bad, make sure you call 1-800-HURT-123 attorney Jason Fine. Motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims, and that does coincide with an Eagles ass whipping. So if you get beat, call them up. Philadelphia, Cherry Hill, Pittsburgh, PA, 1-800-HURT-123. Mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. And I guarantee you, no recovery, no fee. And I guarantee you this, mention Out of the Box, the magical words, and you're not talking 50%. You're not talking 45, not even 40, not 45, 33.33% guaranteed rate when you mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. So make sure you reach out to him. He'll take care of you. Great friend of mine. I've known him for 30 years. And the only thing bad about him is he fucking says, go Birds to me.
Go Birds, baby.
That's it. But
before we go, and I kind of feel like we're all in the same boat. So feel free to chime in as you see fit. But I gotta ask, who the fuck made the schedule this year, right? I mean, first off,
Have you seen our fucking schedule?
our division plays.
We have the
NFC
hardest
North.
schedule in the NFL.
Yes.
We
Everyone.
play the North,
Every
and
one of
the
us.
West.
I think ours is hard.
Arguably
Hardest.
the two hardest divisions in the NFL. But
Yeah.
just for my Commanders, and I feel like each of you guys could probably make a similar case. But let me just lay it out here why it's going to be difficult for us to go 13-5 just off of the
Yours is
schedule
easier
alone.
than ours.
Okay. Well, not exactly, right? First off,
I'll
the
read
big
you ours.
domino in the room is we got to go to fucking Spain to play the Dolphins on a Sunday morning.
Whatever.
Okay,
Fuck
that's
them.
number
You
one.
should
Number
beat the
two,
Dolphins anywhere. Fucking
number two, we have
Bangladesh.
6 primetime games on 3 short weeks throughout the NFL season. That's number 2.
Oh, that's crazy.
Number 3, and this I just counted this up because it actually kind of blew my mind. And I'd be interested, you guys probably don't know this off the top of your head, but take a look at it. Washington plays 5 teams this season against teams coming off their bye week.
Wow.
Oh.
I didn't realize that. I didn't even realize that.
That much
Wow.
To include the Las Vegas Raiders, the Chicago Bears, Seattle, Denver Broncos, and the New York Giants.
All right, so you're gonna win 3 out of.
Right, probably none of them. But hey,
I mean, you got two physical defenses right there. The Broncos #1 and you said the Bears, correct?
Yeah, you said the Bears.
The Bears got stronger this year too.
We play the Giants,
Bears too.
Yeah, we play the Giants in Week 15. So.
Oh my God, the schedule is horrible.
Steve, I want to.
But mark your calendars for Christmas because that's when the trash talk will really happen.
We play the Lions that week.
So.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. Don't ruin my Christmas, Steve. I'm telling you that, or you won't get a goddamn gift. I'll tell you that right.
We're gonna have to do this later on in the season because if you look at the end of this, I imagine you guys are the same way. Week 16, we play the Eagles. Week 17, we play the Cowboys. And week 18, we play the Eagles again.
Not us. We did the Eagles week 7, 6, and 8, and Denver in between.
Yeah,
49ers after that.
That's what the good thing about this division is. This year, you have to have having a 2.5 game lead going into week 16 to clinch this division. That's the only thing I like Goodell made. That's good. There is no sitting in players. If you don't have a lead, you need to play. But
games that are easier schedules for us.
Give me, Steve. I know you're going to be a guest on here quite a few times with us. If you accept this, Steve, what is your season record? I know it's early. What is your season record for your Commanders? And give me your preset division, how it lines up for this year for this team, the entire division for us.
I'm gonna say I'm just looking at the schedule real quick. Realistically, and I know it's always hit or miss, but and it kind of falls well with you guys being in the NFC East. But I always say, look, if we can split our division, if we can split the division series against our NFC East opponents, I call that a success, right? So if we go 1-1 against the Eagles, 1-1 against Dallas, 1-1 against the Giants, I call that a success. 3-3, right there. So, but we play the Chiefs on Monday night. That's going to be a hard game. So that's probably going to be another loss.
Get them like week 3.
We play Green Bay in week 2. That's going to be super interesting because we're at Lambeau Field.
Don't worry, Parsons won't be playing.
I bet we're going to be doing maybe I'll say 11-6.
11-6
this season. We're not going to be as good as what we were last year. There's definitely some hard teams and teams that we like I said, we got to play that NFC North and that AFC West.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to pick like who, are we really going to beat everybody in the NFC North? Are we really going to beat everybody in AFC West? Probably not. Denver and Kansas City are probably going to be the hardest ones, but you can't overlook the Chargers.
You got the Chargers North, also on top of them. Yeah.
And then NFC North, shit, man, between the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions, and then
that's a gauntlet right there.
Yeah, and then you don't know what you're going to get out of Minnesota this year. So,
So how do you have the division lining up, Steve? Do the Eagles repeat, or can you take the spot over?
I would like to think that we could take it over, but it's like you just alluded to a couple minutes ago. It's going to come down to that for us, that week 16, week 18 matchup because we play the Eagles twice in
You
3
play the
weeks.
Giants, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the
Poison
Eagles.
things. Yeah.
Yep.
The last
It's
4
gonna-
weeks.
I'm a purist at heart. I wish the NFL schedules literally
Ours is
started
nothing
with-
like that.
started with your divisional opponents in the first 3 weeks and ended with your divisional opponents in the last 3 weeks. That'd be
Make it
pretty
interesting.
cool.
Make
We're
it
kind of
interesting.
like
Say
that.
Yeah.
Almost, we are almost like that. Ours is
Yep.
almost like that.
So who do you have division? How you have division stacking up, Steve?
I mean,
Start
look,
from the bottom. Go ahead, give it to me, Steve. From the bottom. Go ahead, start it. Go ahead, Steve. Give it to me.
man, unless something really drastic happens, it's going to be the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and Commanders. And you know what?
You got the Commanders winning the division?
Yeah, and let's be honest, if that happens, it's only going to be by
If we
one
win the
game.
division, it's crazy.
It's only going to be by one
I don't know
game.
about that.
Okay.
It'll be close.
All right. So you got 12-5. You got the Cowboys winning division. Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the bottom. I'm sorry about that. That was the bottom.
yeah.
The other thing I'd be
I'll-
interested to ask, the other thing, because our schedules are slightly different. So like we picked up Seattle and I guess it was Seattle and Miami as our because we finished second last year. Who did you guys pick up as your extra games, Alan? Because you finished first.
The
in the
49ers.
We have KC, the Niners. I think we played Buffalo this year.
Oh yeah. So probably Buffalo and San Fran were probably your 2 first place teams.
Yeah.
Picked up
Yeah.
We
because
get
you
San
finished
Fran
first.
and KC.
Yep.
KC,
Okay.
San Fran.
Yeah. I know KC and Buffalo are definitely on there. San
Denver.
Fran might be on there somewhere without me looking at it. But yeah, Buffalo and KC, we play them. We play KC like the 3rd week of the season or some shit.
We play them week 3.
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of
Maybe
good because
week
you guys are
4.
talking about these hard games. We got the Jets and the Panthers as our added-on game.
Wait till
Wait
I go online.
Hey,
That's what happens when you
Lots
suck.
of
You
action.
get sucky ass
Hey,
teams.
I'll take it.
I'll call it now. The Panthers will beat the Cowboys.
I wouldn't doubt it either, Steve.
21
All right,
to nothing. 21 to nothing.
Alan, give me your record plus how the conference of the division is going to wrap up.
All right. Dude, I'm gonna go against the norm. The Birds repeat. They win the division.
What was that, first time in 25 years or something?
Yeah. What do we got? 17 games, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The Birds win it at 12-5.
Wow.
I don't. It's gonna be a battle between us and Washington.
Okay.
It's gonna come down to week 17. It's good. That's what it's gonna come down to. And honestly, whoever wins that game is gonna win the division.
Okay. Give me your battle for the blockbuster bowl 3 and 4
real
here.
quick, speaking of schedules, do you know your bye week, Alan?
Bye
Early,
week
late?
is like week 5, I believe.
You guys are that early?
That's early.
Wow.
It is very early.
Wow.
We're
Okay.
late.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, without looking at the schedule, it's very early for us. Which sucks, but yes, it's early.
So who's in 3rd and 4th, Alan? Who's fighting for the basement here?
3rd and 4th. I hate to say it, but I think Dallas is going to squeak it out, man. I really do. Dallas is going to squeak it out, and Giants are going to be at the bottom.
Everyone thinks we're going to be at the bottom anyway. So,
I know. All right, Dan.
I hate to say it. I really do. Dude, everything in me says Giants, but
don't know.
yeah, I think I got to go. Dallas squeaks it out, maybe by like a game.
All right, Dan. What's your record and how you have the division?
My record.
Yep.
Fuck out 7-10, maybe
7-10. Okay, you got the Eagles
maybe
winning.
7-10. The best 8-9. I don't. You never fucking know. Who knows?
Okay. How you had the division?
I'm gonna say the Eagles, Washington, us, and Dallas.
There you go.
But I think Dallas would be very close to us. Record-wise, it'd be like a game.
Yeah.
All this fucking Cowboy hate. I'm telling you, man, it bothers me. You know,
Like 6-11.
it really does.
Yeah.
Or opposite. It could be opposite, but I don't like to really make predictions, but I think the Giants can win 7-8 games at most.
All right.
Their schedule was hard. They got Washington, Dallas, KC, Chargers.
Yeah.
Evan says Giants 9-8 and realistically 7-10. I could see that happening. Defense can win championships.
It depends on how we did through the first 8 weeks because we played
Yeah.
Philadelphia twice, Kansas City, the Chargers,
Ugh.
Denver, Washington, all on that time
Damn.
span.
I was going to say, we got Dallas, we got
Commanders.
KC, we got Denver. They're all early, I think, all before we play Denver.
Our bye week
October
is
5th, so it's
our
like,
bye week
yeah,
is
we're there.
14, but we have Washington, Dallas, KC, Chargers, the Saints, the Eagles, the Broncos, the Eagles, the 49ers, the
Oh,
Bears,
geez. Yeah.
the Packers, the Lions, the Patriots, the Commanders, Minnesota, Vegas, and Dallas.
Just take the dog out back and shoot it.
That's
Yeah.
With that schedule, good lord.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you mine.
We have a hard ass schedule.
I got
Crazy.
the Cowboys a little bit different this year. I mean, based on what I've seen, which you really can't tell anything in preseason, I had the Cowboys going 9-8 this year.
They might. They're talented.
Surprisingly,
They're a
I mean,
talented
I think they're under the radar. The only thing we can still talk about all season is Micah Parsons. Still, that's going to be the conversation throughout every game. It's going to be brought up. Micah Parsons.
They should score points.
It's not the same. I think. Listen, here's the thing. This defense is 11 people. It's not just double teaming one guy. Now it's man per man. Okay, it's 7-on-7 up front. Your corners are going to be isolated on islands. It's all up to the linebackers and safety. So I think they can shock the world, hoping that they do. I'm going to have the Cowboys going 9-8 this year. I got them 9-8, and I still feel that they're going to finish third in division. But I think the Eagles win this division. Then the Commanders. I think it's going to be a 1-2 game swing, but it's all kind of down to the last 2 weeks. But this is barring no injuries, of course, too. That's the main thing. But yeah, I think the Cowboys can win 9 games this year. Last year, believe it or not, I said the Cowboys would go 8-9 ceiling is what I said last year. And they ended up winning 7 games. So they didn't live up to my expectations even being 8-9. But I got 9-8 this year. Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. But I think the Giants actually go 8-9 as well. You know, I think
they could go 8-9. They got a tough schedule, but I think.
To correct myself, the Eagles bye week is week 9.
Yeah, we're week 14.
Okay. It's week 9, yeah. But we start off the season Dallas, KC, the Los Angeles Rams, Tampa Bay, the Broncos, New York. Who the hell is that? Minnesota, New York again, and then the bye. Like that's not an easy 2, 4, 6, 8 game run there. You know,
see, there's a possibility Dallas comes out 0-4 off the jump. I mean, honestly, Dallas can go 0-4 off the jump here. The Eagles, the Giants, the Bears, and the Packers. That's
I'm going to ask you if you ended up if Dallas is going to end up with a top 10 draft pick next year.
You know what, Steve? Listen to me. If we did, I'd be hell happy with that because I mean, you think about it though. I don't like the word tank. You know me, Steve. I threw away my Coach of the Year trophy. I threw that son of a bitch in the trash when I won. We lost. You know, I threw that in the trash. But my thing is, if we're in a position where, God, 7-10 last year, and this year doesn't get any better, you know what? Hey, throw Joe Milton in their last 4 weeks. Okay, throw freaking Jim Bob Thornton out there running back. I could care less. Make it look good. You know, just don't lose by 50. Make it look good. I hate the word tank, but why not? This is a rebuild year. The Eagles are far ahead of us. The Giants are right now in draft-wise in position. They're moving up the ranks too with what they've done. Dallas, it's a shit show. Tank it, build it, and let's go back to the 90s. Let's get the VCR tapes and go back to the 90s. Let's do it. Let's build it. You know, I mean,
roster's definitely gotten better.
Really think about it. That pick that we got for Parsons doesn't mean shit. It's going to be a 25 pick in the draft. That means nothing. It's nothing. It's what we end up with is what we're going to use to build our team. The other guys may be a slight second round or a need, and not a need, but a position player, a depth guy. It's not a starter. It's not going to be one. You know, unless you're the Eagles and get freaking Jahad Campbell, and where you know that's bullshit. But you know, everything falls to the Eagles. We know that. You know.
Go Birds.
I hear you. All right, before we get out of here, Alan, take it away, man. Since you're Super Bowl champs, I'll give you like 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Say what you want, brother. Talk to me.
Dude, thank you for having me. Go Birds. Thursday night, NFL kickoff. Please join in and watch the Eagles dominate the freaking Cowboys live in front of the entire nation while we drop the Super Bowl 59 banner and show them something they haven't seen in 30 plus years.
Oh, okay. Steve, since you finished second in the division, go right ahead.
Hey, man, I just got to say thanks for having me on again tonight. A little nostalgic, reminiscing with you fellas. But, hey, come Sunday, it's all business. No fun and games.
Yep.
Leave it on the field. JD's going to squeak it out. Sorry, Dan.
They're all over. Freaking Jaden Daniels on Sunday.
Bring on the Packers.
Bring on the Packers.
All right, Eddie and Dan, go ahead. Eddie says Dallas getting with the top 5 pick. Danny, I'm coming for you next Tuesday. It's going to be
we'll see. Hopefully, we can fucking beat Dallas for once. But yeah, like I'm excited. The football season's going to start off. Redskins, Giants. I'm not calling them the Commanders. I don't give a shit. I'll stop a mud hole in them, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm on Big Blue Power Hour tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. With the Giants preview of the season. So, everybody join in. And but yeah, I'm excited for the season. Hopefully, we don't start 0-2 or 0-6 again or some shit. So, good luck.
Try not to embarrass yourself. That's all.
Well, I just want to say, this is season 3 on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Out of the Box Sports Entertainment as well as Cole County Entertainment as well. Make sure you subscribe, man. Two units you working together here to give you what you want. Live shows constantly 7 days a week. Here at Out of the Box, we started this, Dan, Steve, 3.5 years ago, and who would have thought that we're over 1,300 live shows on the network. So thank you not only to the host, thank you to all the participating viewers out there that follow us. This is what we like to do, and thank you for making it happen with us. And real quick, here's our show schedule. This is just a glimpse and glamour of what we have here. Something for every day. We have it 7 days a week. Sports, entertainment, new shows coming as well. So you can check me out tomorrow night. Dan's hopping on back. The Big Blue Power is going to be on. Dan, 7:30 tomorrow night, correct?
Yep.
And then right after Dan, I'm going to be on with Cowboys Weekly, so we can talk about that ass kicking we're about to get, not receive, Alan. Okay, see, yes, got sir. You there, buddy. Got you there. See, got you there. But guys, for myself, Paul Spencer, Dan, Steve, Alan, guys, you guys ready to get out of here? And I'm ready for some football Thursday night. I can't wait, bro.
Remember, Peacock Thursday night.
Right.
Put the ball down. Put it down. Let's go.
Make sure you check out the Nfc East War Room next week. Tuesday nights, 9:30 as well. It's going to be all different hosts. Dan, I know you're the only Giants fan in the nation, so you're going to be on next week, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I won't be on here. Most likely Steve or Norm will be on, and Alan will be. Alan won't be on. It's going to be hopefully one of the other guys as well. But if
absolutely,
not,
I'm always down. I'm always down.
So, guys, we're out of here. Until then, stay safe, and hope your team has a great season this year, unless you're the Commanders, Giants, and Eagles. Very simple. All right? See you guys later.
Go Birds!
Have a good one.
Game on game strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul filled with devotion. Alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought, a touchdown mind. Out of the box every time. No limits, no change, no walls